Welcome everybody to Cheap Pops. I'm Dave. And this is Nick. He's weird. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he's Hollywood Hogan today, apparently.
Let me tell you something, mean Jave.
Yeah, well, careful. You might get booed out of the building. You keep doing that.
Oh, no, brother.
So, if you've never seen the show before, we talk mainly wrestling, as if you can't tell by, the Monday Nitro flag and the Braun Breaker, which this Braun Breaker's cool. It's got like a dog. Didn't he? I don't know how many times he wore that dog head thing in for his entrance, but when I saw that as an elite, I had to get that. That's pretty cool.
wanted to fucking snag this up.
Yeah, it's. If I see another one, I'll grab it for you. But there's a lot going on. What were you going to say? There's a lot going on.
Well, there was a cool thing I've sent you that's in stores.
Oh, an NWO 3-pack, an Elite 3-pack for $70, which is great. I
don't care what the price is. I want it.
Right, but it's Wrestlemania season. TNA is going strong. AEW is.
Yeah.
Some aspects are alright, and so, like Timeless Tony Storm is killing it. Megan Bain, who we've seen wrestle in a main event at an indie show live against Deonna Purrazzo.
Chris Jericho's wrestler. Dying.
He's kind of dropped the Learning Tree stupid stuff, though. I mean, he's still coming out as the Learning Tree, but he's not really doing the hi guys and all that stupid crap.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, he's still doing stupid stuff, but it's not as bad. Ring of Honor is going, the indies. I mean, all of the indies are gearing up to be part of WrestleMania weekend. Oh. I mean, you've got Natalya Neidhart and Pete Dunne both going to GCW.
Ooh.
Natalya's going to be on NWA. You've got the crossover with NXT and TNA. I mean, if you can't find something to watch as a wrestling fan right now, I don't know what to tell you.
Right?
I refuse to watch that Legends and Future Greats thing. I do not. I don't care. I don't care about the wrestling reality shows. Dark Side of the Ring's going to be starting up again, which is awesome.
The new one is going to start with Mick Foley.
The Hell in a Cell specifically.
Yes.
That's really cool.
That I really want to watch.
I didn't watch Hogan Knows Best. I never watched Total Divas. I just don't care about reality shows in wrestling. Plus, I love Undertaker. Undertaker's my favorite wrestler ever. I don't want to see him just as a regular dude giving advice to young wrestlers. It's not what I want to see. I don't want to, Stone Cold doing that, fine. I don't want to, and plus Booker T's involved, so I really don't want to watch that. And I think he ruins NXT. So
you love Booker T, you know it.
I liked it when I met him, but he's horrible on commentary, and I don't want to see him anymore at all.
So. You want to know who I would love to meet us to meet again?
Oh, Typhoon, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I met him last week, and we will talk about that. But did you see the thing with Jon Moxley?
Oh, fucking God.
He was in a match with, I always say Edge, but Adam Copeland, street fight.
Yeah, I'm the one that sent you the video.
And, well, I saw it too. But Adam Copeland suplexed Jon Moxley onto Spike, which is a board with nails in it.
And I'm putting nails.
Yeah. No, they were nails. They were definitely nails. Because when Wheeler Yuta and the referee tried to pull them out, they had a hard time getting them out of his back. That was gnarly and just stupid. And I'm wearing a Jon Moxley shirt, so but that was his idea, and that's just fucking horrible.
Oh my God, I could just hear Jim Cornette now.
Oh, I already heard it.
Oh God, I want to hear it.
Oh, you need to hear it. It's this week's episode of The Experience. It's tremendous. But it just, we laugh at deathmatch wrestling. I watch it just for the absurdity of it.
Yes.
I don't watch it just because it's awesome or I enjoy it. I enjoyed the absurdity of it. I can see just how stupid they are to be doing, like Superhuman, the dude that just jumps on the shit.
God, not that fucking tool.
It doesn't amuse me. I'm waiting for the day when he dies. I don't want him to die. But there's going to be a day where he's going to get seriously injured.
Wait, are you sure he's not Wheeler Yuta?
Yeah, that's funny too. He does look like Wheeler Yuta. But it just, to be a wrestling fan right now and to see absurd stuff and really good stuff going on at the same time is good to me. I just watched the interview Chris Van Vliet did with Chris Bay from TNA, and if you want to support a guy who is really struggling right now, they just did a benefit show for him, and he did walk to the ring. He's still having a lot of trouble walking, but from a guy that was paralyzed from an accident in the ring to being walking around,
that is fucking amazing.
Yeah, so he does have a GoFundMe. He has a Pro Wrestling Tees page, and the shirt that Shop TNA is selling, all the proceeds go directly to him. So if you want to support his recovery, go to the GoFundMe or go to Pro Wrestling Tees or Shop TNA. He's gotten a lot of support from other wrestlers, but excuse me, for fans to help out would be great as well. So, a great performer. I love his Team ABC with Ace Austin, so that's really cool. I'm glad he's doing well, and well, not well, but he's getting better. And from going to being paralyzed and not being able to move your fingers or your head or your toes to being able to walk, even if it's limited, like a guy like Lex Luger being able to do what he can do now, And I do hope it is Sting that announces presents Lex Luger into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
But announced so far are Michelle McCool. It must be nice being married to The Undertaker. But Lex Luger, Triple H is the headliner, and just announced Typhoon and Earthquake, the natural disasters, are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's really cool. We are going to be doing a table at the Wrestling Classic. I've already reserved it. So, the June 14th at the South End Community Center in Springfield, Massachusetts. How's this for a lineup so far? Mick Foley, JBL, Muhammad Hassan, that's a rare signing. Val Venus, Tessa Blanchard, I'm not really keen on Tessa Blanchard. Ken Patera, for me, that's really cool. Just at the start of my fandom as a kid, Ken Patera was on TV, so that's really cool. Bull Buchanan, Cherry, who was with Deuce and Domino, Itsuki Yamazaki, who was part of the Jumping Bomb Angels in the late 80s, and the Blue Meanie from AWO. For me, Bull Buchanan is a cool ad for me. I like the mid-card guys. I like the mid-card guys that you don't see doing a lot of signings, or I haven't seen them doing a lot of signings. To me, that's fun, to meet guys like that.
Yeah.
Like at the last one we were at, Chris Harris was there. You know what I mean? So just cool stuff like that where guys where you don't see them a lot,
I can't wait to meet Mick Foley again.
Yeah, Mick Foley's going to be great. We're going to have a gift for him, which we're going to show, before we go down there. But for me, Muhammad Hassan is a great ad. That's just, I'm going to get him in my encyclopedia. That's going to be really cool. So we will be doing a table down there. We'll be talking more about it before it happens. But if you can make it to Massachusetts on the 14th of June, you definitely need to go because, I think you should go because I think it's going to be something really, really cool. They always do well. They always have great. They said they're going to announce like 8 more people, or 8 or 9 more people. Adding to that stacked, thing. I've heard Val Venus can kind of be a douche, but I want him in my encyclopedia. And I have a No Mercy 99 poster that I bought from Mick Foley himself that is autographed by him, and Val Venus wrestled on that show, so I want to get Val Venus on it as well. But Wrestling Classic, June 14th.
I'm also really excited about meeting Blue Meanie.
Yeah, Meanie's
BWO.
Yeah, Meanie's great. I can get him on my my ECW kendo stick, so that's awesome. Did you watch any of AEW Revolution?
I did not.
Okay. Well, while I'm getting a drink, anything going on with the game lately? What are you doing with the game right now?
Right now, I'm going through showcase mode still. Yes, people, I'm still going through it. I haven't been feeling good lately. Already passed the Umaga John Cena match.
Yep.
Up next is trying to unlock 3-minute warning.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that they're in the game. That's really cool. We were talking about how it probably won't have the original music, which sucks,
but it's cool that they are in the game.
No, it's great that they're in the game. I really, But AEW Revolution happened on March 9th.
Can we talk about what we were talking about in the car real quick, about Jim Cornette?
What about him?
If he could do a talk show on GTA.
Oh yeah, if he did a talk show on GTA, that would just be bonkers.
That would just be. Mwah.
That would be great. Just him ranting about it, and even if they gave him a script and it was just him doing a script, would just be
just him ranting would be awesome.
Yep. But at Revolution, it was in Los Angeles. There was celebrities in the crowd. Ken Jeong from The Hangover was in the crowd.
Yeah, but did you die?
Yeah. The opening match was MJF against Hangman Adam Page. Hangman did a lot of attempts at the buckshot lariat, but MJF would like roll out of the ring or kind of like flop. It was good.
Should we talk about one of the moves that happened?
What?
He just dropped him on his fucking head.
Well, yeah, the Angel's wings. He did the Angel and he dropped him on his head. But MJF did a tombstone on an open chair. Hangman won with a buckshot lariat. Yeah, the Angel's wings looked gnarly. He looked like he dropped him straight on his head. It just. But I thought it was a great match. It was well paced, a really good way to open the show. TBS title: Mercedes Moné against Momo Watanabe. I fast forwarded this match. No interest. Mercedes Moné retained. I have no interest in watching Mercedes Moné wrestle.
Nope.
I used to like it when she was in NXT. I saw her last match as an independent wrestler before she went to FCW at the time in NXT.
And she got the fuck beat out of her with a chair.
Yeah, but I have no interest whatsoever in watching her matches anymore at all. Ricochet versus Swerve for the #1 contender to the world title. Swerve came out and they had drums playing over his music, and it was bad. It was horrible. It drowned out his music, and it did not fit the beat to his music at all. It was horrible. Lots of high spots. I mean, it's Ricochet and Swerve. I mean, there's going to be high spots. Nana left the ringside area. Swerve did a vertebreaker on the announce table. That was pretty cool. I really like that. Nana came back out and grabbed his robe and then got taken out with a dive, and Ricochet wore the robe. There was a lot of near falls. Swerve ended up getting the win, so that's cool. Now he's #1 contender against Jon Moxley. I really hope he's the one to dethrone Jon Moxley, because it's just this whole Death Rider stuff is just dumb.
Oh my fucking god! I wish that they would have went with Darby Allin's run.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess he's going to climb Mount Everest. That's why he's not there. So, but the Continental title, Okada versus Brody King. I thought it was an okay match. Okada retains. I don't want to sound like Jim Cornette, but Okada just doesn't have it anymore. It does look like he just doesn't care. I mean, yeah, he can do the drop kick, but I just...
He does look like he doesn't care anymore.
He looks broken down. I mean, he just, kind of like Tanahashi, his knees got bad and he just couldn't do the same stuff anymore. Shibata has kind of... he's all right, but you watch a guy like Minoru Suzuki who can't really do much anymore, or Ishii, or that strong style wears guys down, and...
You want to talk about what we got on behind the hard cam?
Sure, you can interrupt the review to go ahead. Tell them what's on the hard cam.
Well, because we're going to talk about one of the WrestleManias a little bit later on.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 5, we got the Towers of Pain versus the Rockers.
The Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers versus the Rockers. Yes, and this is a really good match. WrestleMania 5 is my all-time favorite WrestleMania. And one thing I wanted to point out, if you ever watch WrestleMania 5, you'll notice that the ring skirt, it's the WrestleMania 4 logo, and they just took off the I, before the V, and so it's WrestleMania 5. That's being lazy. I mean, the banner up that's hanging above in the top of the building has WrestleMania 5. You couldn't buy new ring skirts. Donald Trump couldn't have bought you new ring skirts to put in his casino.
Vince probably couldn't get them in time.
Yeah, I doubt that. You knew it was going to be WrestleMania 5. How could you not get it in time? You had a whole year run up to that.
It's Vince McMahon.
Right.
He was more worried about the pussy.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have been. The next match at AEW Revolution, now that we're back on track. For the tag titles, the Hurt Syndicate versus the Outrunners. I think the Outrunners are very entertaining. This kind of throwback to the 80s where, they're acting like they're from the 80s. 80s tag teams didn't act like that in the 80s. But it's cool to do throwback stuff. If you get me sick, I'm going to knock you the fuck out.
And they're not going to get sick.
Lashley and Shelton Benjamin are so good. They look so badass as a team. Lashley did a huge spear, and the Hurt Syndicate retained the tag titles. My favorite match of the night, the women's title, Mariah May versus Timeless Toni Storm, Falls Count Anywhere. Mariah May tried to use a stun gun. She did a shotgun dropkick on Luther over a table.
So you mean tell me that she got her inner New Jack in?
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. But she didn't try to throw anybody off a scaffold.
No.
There was a power bomb on the stage through a table. Toni Storm was driven on the steps. Toni Storm she got busted open. She was cut open. It was a gusher. Her face was covered. Then they did almost a Taipei death match kind of thing. They covered their fists in broken glass. And Mariah May broke a wine bottle over Toni Storm's cooter, which was kind of funny. Mariah May got busted open too. And Toni Storm hit the Storm Zero on the stage and got the win. So that was the match of the night to me.
That's a new feature that they added to the new wrestling game, is that females now can get busted wide open.
That's cool. The international title, Kenny Omega against Konosuke Takeshita. I'll get it right someday. I thought the pacing was good. It wasn't frenetic with the high spots like sometimes Omega and Takeshita can be. Kenny Omega won the title. I thought it was a good match. Steel cage match was bonkers. Will Ospreay against Kyle Fletcher. They did a really awesome promo video to lead up to this match with a voiceover from both wrestlers. I thought it was really good. They both climbed different sides of the cage in their entrances and stared each other down. That was cool. Ospreay bled. Mark Davis came out and cut the chain to the door. He slid in a bag of weapons a barbed wire bat. Fletcher was bleeding a lot. Styles clashed into the thumbtacks to get the win. Oh, no, wait. Spanish fly off the top of the cage by both guys. That was crazy. Kyle said, I hate you. I fucking hate you and all that. And he hit the hidden... Ospreay hit the hidden blade and then did the Tiger Driver to get the win. It was funny. When they showed Fletcher laying there after the match was over, you could see his spray tan flaking off of his chest and his stomach. That's kind of funny. And then they went out to do an interview with Ash Abelson, the director of Queen of the Ring, the movie about Mildred Burke, and there were two women who played female wrestlers. What happened when they went to interview one of the females that was in the movie?
John Moxley, if I remember.
No. She said, one thing I learned about wrestlers is you guys know who's going to win before you even go in. On a wrestling pay-per-view in front of the fans that are going to see the fucking movie that you're in. That is one of the... and then Ash Abelson, the director, tried to walk it back and tried to say something, and Tony Schiavone just fucking walked away from him. There's no self-awareness. What the fuck? Like, this pay-per-view was going so well, and they were doing so many things, and then it just... Yeah, something like that is just so stupid to say. Like, even if you think it, that's some... and even if you want to explain it away and say, well, that's not what I meant, bullshit. You know what you said, and that's just dumb. But the main event was Jon Moxley against Adam Copeland for the AEW title. The Death Rider shit sucks. They were singing, the crowd was singing Alter Bridge, the song that Cope comes out to. When the international tour, when they did it in Australia, it was cool. But the second time, not as cool, because it just... some of the luster wears off it. It's not as special as it was the first time, in my opinion. The Mox entrance was way too long and boring. Him just walking, through the crowd and all that. Especially not to Wild Thing. Wild Thing made the whole thing actually make sense, that music. Wheeler Yuta and Jay White got involved. Jay White accidentally hit Cope. The match was at a snail's pace. Cope hits 3 spears, And then Christian Cage came in with his contract to cash in, and he signed it, made it a triple threat. He immediately gets choked out by Jon Moxley. That's the way the show ended. But then Moxley was walking through the crowd again. Swerve Strickland did a dive off the balcony onto Moxley, setting up their match at Destiny or Dynasty. So that's cool. But it just Moxley sucks, and I'm tired of seeing him. And I just don't want to see this Death Rider stuff anymore.
Nope. Speaking of AEW, did you see who made their debut?
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yep.
From TNA, which is awesome. He was at the pay. Did he wrestle at the pay-per-view
Yes.
we were at? Yeah. He wrestled at the Rebellion pay-per-view that we went to. I think it's great. I mean, Tony Khan.
He did that insane shooting star press.
Yeah.
From the middle rope.
Yeah. The Ultimo weapon. Yeah, that's really cool. So it's cool to see another debut. I mean, Megan Bain being there. There's a lot of stuff going on as far as, people. I mean, they're playing the promo videos for Aleister Black to be back in WWE. They're playing the videos for Phoenix to debut on SmackDown. And people are saying, well, why isn't he going to Raw to be with Penta? Penta's going to WrestleMania to go against Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. Just because they were the Lucha Brothers doesn't mean they automatically have to be the Lucha Brothers starting out. These guys are signing long-term deals. You can't tell me that Phoenix and Penta haven't signed long-term deals.
Right.
Have Phoenix on SmackDown for a while. Let Penta do his thing on Raw. And then at some point you have a reason for them to be a tag team. Why do you don't automatically have to go to that well to drink? You can do separate things. That I think some wrestling fans want stuff so immediate that they don't see,
a bigger picture.
Exactly. Yeah. It just the I want it now generation is really, I remember letting stuff play out, for years at a time. You know what I mean? So sometimes I don't know, but
so you could say that they're like Batista. Give me what I want.
Yeah. So why don't you show what you've got today?
I've got your favorite, Hulk Hogan.
Well, he's what got me into it. He's not my favorite anymore, but
yes, Kane.
you've got like 3 of those by now.
Nope, 2.
2. All right.
Where's your Ganga?
Golga. Jesus, say it right. Golga.
Yeah, where is he?
He's over in the other side of the room. I ain't going to get him.
Then let's.
That's an ultimate. That's a really good ultimate. I really like that one.
I like the fact that they have the WCW belts and not the WWE ones.
Yeah, I'm going to change the head on mine to where he's yelling. I'm definitely going to do that. And this, I think. Oh well, yeah, you got yours.
And I special ordered this off of eBay, not mint, but still, this looks freaking sweet.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that Hulk Hogan a lot. I like that.
And it's got one of the ones that you already have on the back.
The Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Yeah, I've got that autographed. Yeah, no, that's really cool. I like that.
Then what you got me?
A really cool Ultimo Dragon with blue zebra print. I think that's really awesome. I don't remember him ever wearing that, but he could have, and I just didn't.
Probably in one of the different promotions, not in WCW.
Maybe. But I went to a signing. I met Mr. Kennedy, who I've met before, but I wanted an updated picture with him, and I wanted him in my encyclopedia, so I did that. I also met Candice Michelle and got her in my encyclopedia. And Tugboat, Typhoon, the Shockmaster, he was there, and I needed him on the Natural Disasters page on my encyclopedia. And he said, can I put something about Earthquake? And I said, yeah. And he put Rest in Peace Earthquake, over the text that, accompanies the picture. And to me, that was cool. Yes. He didn't just do it. He asked if he could do it. And Earthquake's gone. I'm never going to get Earthquake signed on there. So to have, Typhoon do something, saying Rest in Peace Earthquake, I think that was appropriate. So I said, yeah. But it was in a store that was really tiny. And I want to take you to this store eventually. But the store was really tiny. And nothing was priced other than one bin of loose action figures. To me, that's a pain in the ass. Because if it's not priced, that means you can just tell me some kind of price as soon as that you make up on the spot when I get up to the counter. I don't think that's cool. That to me, that's the same as people going when you walk up to them at a garage sale or an event or something, and they check the price that it's going for on eBay. I could just fucking buy it on eBay. That to me is not cool. Granted, I did buy some things from the store because I really wanted them. So here's what I bought. They had LJNs for $20. Classy Freddy Blassie. Look at how good the paint is on that. There's some scuffs on the back, but the paint on that is just amazing.
1986.
Yeah, exactly. That's just so cool. Like
Titan Sports.
Yep. It's just the LJN. I've got to get one of the stands that I got off of Etsy, and then Junkyard Dog. This one's 1984. That's like the second wave of the figures. I mean, it's not an awesome condition, but
still.
No, I mean, to me, that's just awesome. And then since I wanted to get stuff of people I've met. You met Mark Marrow. Marvelous Mark Marrow, the WWF.
That was so much fun meeting him.
Yeah, so I like that, and then this one's falling apart, but it's okay because I'm going to open it eventually anyways. I met Finley at a Northeast Wrestling show, so this is really cool. I was thinking about what I want to do with a display of the wrestlers I've met. I'm going to do a little stand with a monitor, and I'm going to have all the wrestlers that I've met near the monitor, or in front of the monitor, and I'm going to have all the pictures of the people that I've met, like cycling like I just think that'll be fun. So,
right?
This one I have not met, but I thought this was badass.
That is fucking badass.
Jack Pacific, Yokozuna.
And this is just before he left the company, too.
And it's the white gear that he debuted in. So I think that is really cool. My computer's really starting to piss me off. But I really like that, so I grabbed it. And another guy that I've met, the Patriot.
Yes.
This one is not the actual Patriot I met. The Patriot I met was Tom Brandy. But still, it's masked, and who's going to know that this is Del Wilkes and not the Patriot that I've met? Who's going to know other than, really hardcore wrestling fans? This one I didn't buy at the shop, but I met Tommaso Ciampa at a World of Hurt show.
Yes.
So, in NXT, Tommaso Ciampa. This I got off of eBay, and I had to show this to you. The box is all jacked up, but I think
who cares? This is like one of the ones I sent you.
Yeah, it's a really cool Hulk Hogan action figure with the old school belt. I mean, he's wearing the blue and the white with the blue and white, headband. So I thought that was really cool. But the store, it was cool to go to that store, but the experience of not having anything being priced sucks. So I know if we go again, I'm going to have to bring... Oh, and another thing, I pull out my credit card because, I'm sorry, it's the 21st century. It's 2025. If you are a business that does not take any kind of credit card payment, what the fuck? We have a local restaurant here that's like in a tiny little building called the Dog Shack that has been cash only since I was a little kid. They would make so much more money if they would take cards as well. But it boggles my mind that when I can take my phone and use it to pay for something at anywhere, and you can't have... They set up a Square account while I was waiting there to buy my stuff, and they eventually took the payment. But it just... I'll never understand how in the 21st century you cannot take... And it's a physical store. Like, I can understand going to a wrestling show and the guy that runs the merch table can take credit cards. But even the wrestlers now, for their merch tables, are taking Cash App and Venmo or PayPal. It just...
Mikey Cheese, he does PayPal.
Yep. Yeah, so it just...
And I bought a lot of stuff off him.
Yeah, it boggles my mind. But this action figure, I wish I had gotten it for the price that's on the price tag, $3.99. Right. But I think that's a really cool Hulk Hogan.
Oh my god, this is awesome that it still has the original sticker on it.
Yeah, and it has one from that place and then one from Ames, which is a more $7.99 and then $3.99
compared at.
Yep. Yeah, so I think he's got the feathered boa, and this is his Wrestlemania attire that he came out to when he wrestled The Rock. So.
And speaking of a triple pack of the NWO, right on the back.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah, so I love the Jack Pacific.
I always try to get this ring when I was younger. I always try to get this.
Yeah.
Oh God, I bet you it doesn't even exist now.
Basically, I've spent too much money lately, and I'm just showing off the stuff. But I saw this Bret Hart on the WrestleMania display.
Wait, did you get the protection plan from Goldberg?
No, I did not get the Goldberg protection plan. You're just never going to let that die.
No, because it's fucking hilarious.
And then video game, Altered Beast, the Were-Dragon. Yeah, that's going to go in my gaming shelf.
Oh, shit, I got a gaming action figure I forgot to bring.
And then
yes,
Jimmy Uso, We the Ones, Jimmy Uso, Bloodline, because I want to do a Bloodline display at some point. And Ultimate Edition,
Baby
Umaga, Solo Sikoa. I'm running out of space. And I also got me a Lex Luger, Ultimate Edition. And I wanted some new stuff to watch, so the Kenny Omega pay-per-view collection from AEW. And I now have the... Ooh, that's not good. I don't like it when they do that, when the disc pops out. But I have the first and third Young Bucks edition, so now I have edition number 2, the Super Kick Party Young Bucks.
Oh, I was going to say, can I say it? Super Kick Party!
And this is my favorite thing to add to the Slim Jim collection, another Macho Man Slim Jim tin.
Oh, yeah!
From 2000. The date on this is 2000, so, you know, he made his last appearance in WCW in 2000, so I thought that was pretty cool, so I had to own that. What was your Nick's pick this time?
WrestleMania 9.
Why did you pick WrestleMania 9?
Because we got WrestleMania season coming up, plus WrestleMania 9 is one of the pay-per-views that you can unlock in the new wrestling game.
Okay, all right.
Where you are rewriting history, the Head Shrinkers versus the Steiner Brothers.
That's cool. I like that. It was in Las Vegas. They transformed it into the Roman Coliseum because it was at Caesar's Palace. This was Jim Ross's first event in the he had taped like a couple of TV episodes, but this was the first thing that he had done really with the company. So
and almost his last.
Yeah, well, Vince McMahon didn't really get it. Bobby Heenan coming out backwards on a camel.
Oh my God,
it was just tremendous. Macho Man was in rare form at this pay-per-view, busting on Bobby Heenan through the whole thing. Howard Finkel was called Finkus Maximus, which is just awesome.
Tremendous.
The opening match was Shawn Michaels versus Tatanka for the Intercontinental title. Sensational Sherry and Luna Vachon were involved. Luna Vachon came out with Shawn Michaels. I thought it was a great opener. This crowd, there wasn't a lot of wrestling fans in this crowd because they were silent through a lot of this. A lot of the seats were like a perk package to high rollers and, you know, stuff like that. So you weren't getting... Same one when they were in Atlantic City. They didn't have... The crowd wasn't as hot because you didn't have... This one, and WrestleMania 5 they did, because you were getting more wrestling fans into Atlantic City because they had been there the year before. So, you know, it wasn't just the casino crowd that was there. But the crowd wasn't... There were certain spots in this pay-per-view in WrestleMania 9 where the crowd was hot, like when Hogan was wrestling, because he was a huge star, and they know him, you know, but I thought it was a great opener. Tatanka won by countout, so he didn't win the Intercontinental title. And then Luna Vachon attacked Sensational Sherry after the match, slammed her on the floor, and they stretchered out Sensational Sherry, so I thought it was a good opener. What about you?
It was pretty good.
Yeah. What was the next match?
I think it was a tag match.
Yep.
I think it was the Head Shrinkers and the Steiner.
That's right. And a fun fact that I did not know, it is both teams' only WrestleMania match. Steiners never wrestled at WrestleMania again. Neither did the Head Shrinkers. It was kind of a styles clash. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad match, but
it's not Rikishi's very first. I mean, only WrestleMania.
No, it's not. It's only.
Nope.
As a team, it was
yes.
only, as the Head Shrinkers. I wrote the crowd was not really into it. Scott Steiner went head first out onto the floor at one point, went off and pulled down the top rope. Fatu put Rick Steiner on his shoulders, and Rick did a power slam on Samu off of Fatu's shoulders, which was just crazy. And the Steiners won with the Frankensteiner. If you've never seen Scott Steiner do the Frankensteiner in the ring, as opposed to doing it from the second turnbuckle, the timing it takes for him to whip a guy into the ropes and be able to jump and catch the guy's head in his legs and the guy to flip over, I can't imagine the timing that it takes to do that. That's just... And with his body type, the way he does it, I can't imagine how he does that.
Here's a little fun fact. He was the very first person to do a shooting star press.
No, 450.
Yeah, 450. Yes, 450.
I saw that on his interview with Chris Van Vliet. Yeah, that's pretty cool, too. And then the next match was Doink versus Crush.
Your favorite?
Yeah. The lead up to this was Doink hitting Crush with a fake arm, and this is the peak of new generation storylines to me. Just, I don't... It was a way to get him on the card, and they did have a feud, but it was just... I don't know. The ref got knocked out. Crush was doing the head vice on Doink, and another Doink came out from underneath the ring and hit Crush with the fake arm.
It was somewhat of a good match. It just didn't have chemistry.
No, yeah, I mean, because Doink could wrestle. I mean, Matt Bourne was a great wrestler, and Crush was a great character. It didn't work for me. I thought the Todd Pettengill out in the crowd interviewing the Japanese photographer was hilarious.
Oh my god.
That was so funny. And then this match, this is a Monday Night Raw match to me. In 1993, Razor Ramon against Bob Backlund at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's a Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that to me made no sense whatsoever, but I do not remember any of the build-up for it. It was an okay match. Razor Ramon won with a small package at WrestleMania. Didn't even get to do the Razor's Edge on Bob Backlund to get, the rub. Just, I don't know.
Right.
But they did a great promo video recap of Money Inc. hitting Brutus Beefcake in the face with the briefcase. If you don't know the backstory with Brutus Beefcake, he had his face smashed in a parasailing accident. The woman's knees hit him right in the face.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was a skidoo.
No. A woman's knees hit him right in the face. I think, yeah. So, but it was the lead up to it where they were saying that they were going to crush his face, and they hit him with the briefcase, and then Jimmy Hart turned into a good guy, and it was dumb. And then they did the tag match where what did I do? I threw my notes out. This is the first match that the crowd was really into. It was Money Inc. against the Mega Maniacs for the tag titles. Hogan always had to have a different name for his teams.
Yes.
It always had to have Mega in it, which is just, I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of drug he was on. I don't know.
Mega Ego.
Yeah, there you go. Money Inc. tried to get counted out, and then the ref said if they get counted out, they will lose the titles. I've met everyone involved in the match. IRS, Ted DiBiase, Hulk Hogan, Bruce Beefcake, Jimmy Hart, and the referee Earl Hebner. So how cool is that? I've met everybody involved in the match. They did another ref bump, and of
course,
Jimmy Hart turned his jacket inside out, and it was a striped jacket like a referee shirt, and he counted a 1, 2, 3. Money Inc. won by DQ, and then Hulk posed and all that stuff, and then he saw Money Inc.'s briefcase on the mat. What was in the briefcase?
Money!
But there was something else in there, too.
Tax papers.
Mm-hmm. And something else.
A brick.
There you go. See, I knew I'd get it out of you eventually. And they handed out the money to the crowd, so that was pretty cool. I really thought the next match was a really good match. Mr. Perfect against the narcissist Lex Luger. I loved Luger's entrance with the women in bikinis holding up the mirror with the sparklers and the fireworks and stuff with him looking at himself in the mirror. I thought that was great. And if you watch some of they actually released backstage footage of Vince McMahon doing that entrance with the girls behind him as a run through. I thought that was pretty cool. Luger used the ropes to get the win, knocked out Mr. Perfect with his loaded forearm, and Perfect went to the backstage area to go get Luger and started attacking him, and Shawn Michaels attacked Mr. Perfect, which led up to their match at SummerSlam, so that was pretty cool. This next match was rough to watch. The Undertaker against Giant Gonzalez. Giant Gonzalez, 8 feet tall. It's cool to see Undertaker wrestle against monsters. But this is one of the matches where if you've seen Undertaker talk about Giant Gonzalez, where he said to him, if you're going to hit me hard, hit me in the shoulders.
Yes.
So you're not hitting my neck. If you watch this match, he does hit him in the shoulders sometimes, but he hits him in the neck, and you can see Undertaker clearly getting pissed when he hits him in the back of the neck. Because, it's an 8-foot tall dude with arms like a fucking tree trunk hitting you in the back of the neck. I'd be pissed too.
Yeah.
So it's an ugly match. You can see that Undertaker had to carry the match because Giant Gonzalez, I'm sure he was a nice guy, but he sucked as a wrestler.
Yes.
Your favorite Undertaker entrance, what was the Undertaker entrance?
Him entering out on a cart.
A chariot.
Yep, chariot.
Yep.
With the vulture.
Yep, that's a vulture, because that, the symbol of death, a vulture, that's awesome.
Yes.
And they're in the Roman Colosseum. He's on a funeral chariot. Awesome. Just attention to detail on that is just awesome.
It was... Mwah.
Yep. The Giant Gonzalez smothered the Undertaker with a rag with chloroform on it. And Gonzalez got DQ'd. Undertaker got stretched out. And Giant Gonzalez did a gnarly chokeslam on referee Bill Alfonso. He got him up really high on that chokeslam. It looked really good. The gong goes off, and the Undertaker comes back out and clotheslines Giant Gonzalez a few times and eventually knocks him down. And Giant Gonzalez gets out of the ring, and Paul Bearer's holding back the Undertaker.
And this was what led to their feud at King of the Ring.
No, SummerSlam. They did the Rest in Peace match at SummerSlam. Yep. So that was really cool. You kept Undertaker looking strong. The way he lost was stupid, but to have the gong and then have him come out like you can't kill the dead man, that's awesome. Just so awesome. They did an interview with Mean Gene and Hulk Hogan in the back, and Hulk Hogan calls Yokozuna a Jap, which
fucking God,
would not fly today. But then again, back in the day, Bruno Sammartino said Jap too. So what are you gonna do? It's the times. Even in '93, it wasn't acceptable, but Hulk Hogan got away with it. So the main event, Yokozuna against Bret Hart for the WWF title. They made Bret look like the underdog. He kept fighting to get Yokozuna down. And I've heard people say, a lot of Bret Hart's matches all look the same. This match did not look the same. He did all kinds of different... he did his elbow drop off the second rope, but he didn't do it to Yokozuna in the middle of the ring. He had Yokozuna's leg tied up in the ropes and got him down, and then he was doing the elbow drop off the ropes. So the match, I think, was really well done. And Yokozuna is just a freak athlete. You don't want to, stereotype, but Samoans are freak fucking athletes. It's amazing. The genetics that they have are just... Name any Samoan that wasn't athletic that ever wrestled. Just completely athletic. He used to be able to do the super kick just as high as anybody else. At 500 or 600 pounds. It's just amazing. Bret got the sharpshooter on Yokozuna.
Can I say it? Pocket sand from Mr. Fuji.
Yeah, he threw the sand in his eyes, and the Yokozuna won. And then Hulk Hogan comes out to console Bret Hart, and Fuji, in a very garbled way, challenges Hogan to a title match.
The worst WrestleMania ending.
And so Yokozuna grabs Hulk Hogan with the arms from behind, and Fuji goes to throw the sand or salt in Hogan's eyes, but he misses, and Hogan hits the clothesline and the leg drop. New WWF champion, two title changes in one night. Hulk Hogan's a 5-time WWF champion. And didn't defend it again until in June at the King of the Ring. So that
goes to show you how much backstage fucking politicking he had.
Yeah, just, so it wasn't a good... I think this is the second worst WrestleMania of all time. To me, WrestleMania 11 is the worst WrestleMania of all time. But.
Definitely. I think they should have ended it with Yokozuna going home as champion.
I do too, but when they wanted to utilize Hogan, so but it's time for an unboxing. You've already opened this. I have not. I'm actually cutting the tape on it right now. The Pro Wrestling Crate. I wish they were still monthly, but
But bi-monthly, still, you can't complain.
Right, and my buddy Dave gave it an 8.5 out of 10, so I do not have any spoilers. Oh, an Eddie Guerrero shirt. Yes. Eddie Guerrero's my favorite wrestler. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that right there makes it, that's so cool.
So much better.
That's awesome. And it's one of the soft ones, too. I love those.
Same, I love the soft ones.
Oh, okay. The Icon Sting. All right. I'm not going to show it to you because you've already seen it.
Oh, I already know. But did you see the little AEW logo in that?
That's cool.
It's right.
All right, sweet. Well, I mean, Pro Wrestling Tees does all of AEW's merchandise, so. The greatest dark match of all time, Colt Cabana and, is that Satnam Singh? I don't really care about that. But.
Right.
Ooh, a Beast Mortal. Oh, and I got the Chase one.
Yes.
Sweet. Did you get a Chase one?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I got the Chase limited edition. And then, Jack Perry. I don't care about Jack Perry being, but that's all right. Oh, one of the Brawler Balls. Who is that? Oh, it's Danhausen. Okay. That's
yes.
Cool. And we're going to be going to a show with Danhausen. Oh, a New Jack pin. That's cool. I like that. And Darby Allin beanie. I'll probably end up selling that on a merch table at some point. Cause
that's what I'm going to end up giving away.
Yeah. And then the autograph. I heard the autograph was good. So I'm hoping it's really good. If I can get it out of the envelope. Oh, Ricky Starks. Okay.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go again at 5 out of 10 as well. The shirts were really cool. I'm not really excited about the beanie. At least it wasn't socks this time.
I think I got the Chase variant. I got to take a look at it when I get home.
Yeah, because it's got the sticker on it. That's cool. I like the Beast Mortos anyway, so that's cool. New Jack pin.
Don't you got an action figure of him?
Yeah. And anything Danhausen is cool.
Yes.
So the next box is a tag team theme crate featuring RVD and Sabu. That's cool.
The Hardys.
The Hardys, Los Guerreros, ICP, and more. So that's cool.
I'm so excited about the ICP thing.
No, that's cool. I like that. You got anything to talk about before I go into the last thing?
Nope.
So, it's WrestleMania season, so I looked and saw what all the matches are so far, with one that's pending, at least I think it's pending. The one I think is pending is Braun Breaker against Penta for the Intercontinental title. They're teasing that. I don't see why they wouldn't do that. So I think that'll be a great match. Triple threat, Roman Reigns against Seth Rollins against CM Punk. I think that'll be a great match. Which way is Paul Heyman going to go? I think it would be awesome if Paul Heyman turned on both CM Punk and Roman Reigns and went with Seth Rollins.
Right.
I think that would be sick. Randy Orton against Kevin Owens in a singles match. I think that'll be a badass match.
Just Paul Heyman turning on somebody.
Yeah, awesome. That would be cool. Triple threat for the women's world title, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. I don't think that'll be a bad match. World heavyweight title, Jey Uso against Gunther. I think Jey Uso's got to win this. He's over. He's really over. But he's going to turn into Braun Strowman, where you waited too long to give him the title and the people didn't care. That's why you had to give LA Knight back the U.S. title, because the people were starting to... I mean, not that they were going to stop cheering him, but when Nakamura won the title, it took a lot of wind out of the sails of LA Knight. So, Tiffany Stratton against Charlotte Flair for the women's world title, the WWE women's title. I have no interest in seeing Charlotte Flair wrestle.
No, Charlotte can go fuck herself.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll watch it because I want to see what Tiffany Stratton does if she retains. I hope she retains because Charlotte doesn't need it. And then, of course, the main event for the undisputed WWE title, John Cena against Cody Rhodes. Heel John Cena. I really liked his promo, his first promo. I didn't get a chance to watch last night's promo on Monday Night Raw. But the first one that he did, I told you, I think he went a little bit into sarcastic Cena at points. But it was really well done. He didn't change his music. He didn't change his look. You know. And he bitched and complained about the fans, the way the fans have treated him, bullying him, which I think is stupid. When he's been Super Cena for years where he hardly ever lost. You know what I mean? But I understand where they're going with it. So I like where they're going with it. It's a very interesting WrestleMania season. And then Cody Rhodes came out and pretty much smacked him down, saying all you do is bitching and complaining, and I don't want to face this John Cena. So that's cool. You know, I think this has been the most unpredictable WrestleMania season in a while. But I'm not excited about some of these matches. I'm hoping they'll add more that I will be excited about. But
the one match I'm looking forward to, because it looks like they're building it up like Chris Benoit, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, the women's triple for the world heavyweight title.
Right, where everybody was kind of like it's all about Shawn Michaels and Triple H, and Benoit was kind of off to the side.
Yes,
you know, because they had the WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble match, Triple H and Shawn Michaels in January. So, yeah, I get that. That's a good parallel. I like that. That's really good.
And I'm hoping that they stick with it to make it into a triple threat match, which will be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't. They need to announce more matches.
Yes.
I'm not excited about the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's cool the Natural Disasters are getting in and Lex Luger's getting in.
And Triple H.
I don't care about... He's already in with DX.
I know.
This whole multiple, you know, Ric Flair's in like 3 times and Booker T's in like 3 times and go in once. All the NWO guys and it just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just being... weird, I don't know, but it'll be cool to see Lex Luger.
Not as weird as me.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be cool to see the Natural Disasters going. It'll be cool to see Triple H going. But I'm not. I'm Michelle McCool. I'm sorry. You can point to women's wrestlers. Trish Stratus only had a 6-year career, but you can't tell me that Michelle McCool had the same amount of impact in the business and a Hall of Fame career as Trish Stratus did. They're not even fucking comparable.
No.
Mickie James, even Victoria. You know, if you're gonna gauge her TNA, which I think they need to start doing.
Yes.
Now that they have this deal with TNA people. I mean, Abyss is in the game.
Yes,
that's cool.
That's part of the new DLC, which is freaking awesome.
I want to see TNA version AJ Styles.
Yes.
There's so much stuff. P.D. Williams is a backstage agent. P.D. Williams need to be a DLC in the game.
Yes.
But there's so many possibilities of what they can do. So I'm loving this time as a wrestling fan. There's so many things to watch. Dark Side of the Ring coming up. I can't wait for the new episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. So we'll be talking about those. Any pay-per-views that happen, you know, I mean, we'll talk about Dynasty. We're going to talk about WrestleMania. I don't know if we'll record again before WrestleMania, but we will be doing a full review of WrestleMania. I will not be able to watch it live because I work nights and I got to sleep during the day. I couldn't get the full weekend off because it is a holiday, and it's really hard to get holiday weekends off because they're doing it over Easter weekend. So we will do a full review. He'll talk more about the game. You got a Nick's pick for this next episode? Or you got to think about it?
Think about it. Right. I might pick a WrestleMania.
Okay, I like it. Anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
I'm still laughing how I announced last show. I said cheap props instead of...
Yes, you did.
But it fits because of the Hulk Hogan bandana. It fits.
It does. cheappops.redbubble.com for merchandise. I'm gonna have more logos put up because we do have more new logos. Thanks to Teresa Romani on Etsy for creating our stuff. She does a great job on our stuff.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do for Wrestlemania IX?
Oh, your neck. Hold your sign up. It's fine. At Cheap Pop Show on social media and cheappopshow.com. See, there you go. Nick's Picks. You got it in. We got
a new Nick's Picks logo. 2 of them.
Yep. So we'll be debuting those at some point. We're going to get them on shirts. So like and subscribe, comment, let us know how you feel about the show. We're up to 50 subscribers. I know that's not a huge milestone for some people.
But still, it's awesome that
I mean, we're doing this with a laptop and, a webcam. We're having fun doing it. 50 subscribers to me is cool. We get to do this. We get to have fun doing it.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, so, let us know what you think of the show. Subscribe, just let us know how you feel, right? Feelings. Let us know how you feel.
Feelings!
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching the show. If you stuck with us this long, I'll let you take it out this time.
Pop Guys out.